Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. We're here. We're back. It's Three for the Money. New episode on Wednesday this week. Normally this week we do a separate Thanksgiving episode and just go over those games. But we had some scheduling conflicts, so we're just going to do one big one, and we're putting this out on Wednesday. It is Tuesday as we're recording. And this is obviously brought to you by the Trend Center app. Link in the description. Get a 15% off a premium membership. The greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. And it's not that much. Truly, it's not. Yeah, check that shit out. Great for sports with kind of like a longer season, like the MLB and NHL, NBA. It's pretty much money on NBA totals. That's in my experience, and pretty much anything in an MLB. But all right, moving on. No more ad. All right, wait, it's week 13 or week 12?
13.
It's 13. Okay. All right. Okay, we're getting to the higher numbers. All right.
Yeah.
But okay, we're gonna move on. I went 4-5 last week, which it feels like I did a lot worse. Truthfully, I don't know. It just feels like I did worse than just 4-5. But maybe it's because I keep losing my surefire pick, and I don't know what I got to do to not lose. I really need that win in my life financially. Uh, Chris, how did you do?
You sound like you're about to lose the house.
Not right now, but we'll
um,
see.
I did very well. Finally, I went 7-2. Hit my surefire. Got kind of lucky on the surefire. Had Broncos -5.5. Raiders were a yard away from backdoor covering. They got the ball at the 1 yard line with 30 seconds left, and then Desmond Ritter got sacked. So shout out to Desmond Ritter for that. Yeah, it was a good week. A lot of bounces went my way. Bears had no business covering. They did. Well, else had another one, the Broncos, and then there's something else, I think.
You did go to the Packers game.
I did go to the Packers game. I was talking about betting wise, but yes, it was awesome. Got to see a bet cash in person, and also Lambeau Field is fucking sick. The review is in. It's fucking sick.
All right.
And yeah, so yeah, good week for Chris. Gonna keep it rolling on Thanksgiving.
Hell yes. Sean?
Yep, better than last week. 7-3. So I'm not as high on the pedestal as Chris, but I lost one more bet than he did. But yeah, lost my surefire. Of course, the Titans had to win outright, which is yay.
Bastards.
I know. Yay. But I'm excited to feast this week, fellas. So
Yes.
lucky number 13. Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it. It's week 13, Thanksgiving games. All we got on the docket today, we have we're talking about 6 games. First 3 are obviously the Thanksgiving games, and then the other 3 are for Sunday. All right, first game on Thanksgiving. It's the Bears playing the Lions in Detroit. Detroit is favored by 10, which is fair. And normally, outside of like 2 or 3 years ago, it's like, oh, well, I'm definitely going to bet against the Lions in every single Thanksgiving game. I I don't think that's the case here. I guess I'll go first. I mean, I'm just taking Lions minus 10. I mean, it's the Bears. They're terrible. They did hang around against the Vikings, which really fucked me over. One of the things that fucked me over last week, but I mean, I think the Lions are just gonna stomp them. They're the hottest team in the NFL. First time ever. A week or two ago, the first time ever they're the Super Bowl favorites, and so I think they keep this shit rolling. They're definitely gonna win, and they've just been creaming teams. So I'm laying this number. I'm laying 10 points. Chris, it seems like you are in agreement with me here.
I am. I agree with you 100%. The Bears, yes, they were very lucky to hang around with the Vikings. They had no business. That game had no business being as close as it was, and they could have won, but the Bears just suck. Found a lovely, lovely little trend on Trend Center for this game, and it got me excited. So, when a team is on 3 days rest, like the Bears are, and are a dog by 7+ points, and the total is over 40, the favorite in that game is 25-2 against the spread all time, has hit in 10 straight games.
Damn.
It's Lions minus 10 all day. They're going to mollywop them.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, that's kind of it. I mean,
yeah, that was the first game I clicked onto when I was doing research. It was when it had the W10. I was like, oh, I got to see what this is. It's the greatest stat of all time, possibly. So, yeah, it's Lions minus 10 all day. Sean, are you in agreement to make it a sweep?
No.
Oh,
all right.
cool.
But we're overeating, we're over drinking, and we're on the over 48.5. A couple stats for you guys. The Lions over is 5 for 5 in games played in week 13. The total has gone over in Detroit's 10 of their last 15 games played on Thursday. In the Bears-Lions, this was the really interesting one that I found. In the Bears-Lions last 10 matchups, the over-under is 5-5. And it goes as follows with the most recent matchup. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Perfect trend to follow. So the last one was under. We're going over, obviously. Also, we know that the Lions have been scoring like grandmas at bingo night. But the Bears have they've been putting up numbies. They've been putting up numbies too. So don't think that they can't score. I almost wanted to take Bears plus 10, but going to stay completely away from that. Just can't do it. Got to stay loyal to the Lions this season. They've been good to me this season. I refuse. So let's start off the early game with the over. This game should be fun. Over 48.5. 48.5. Yep.
Adding it. I was torn between the Lions and the over, and I was like, I might double dip if someone gives me a reason to. And then Sean gave me like 5 reasons to.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
5-5, baby.
All right. Moving on. Next game, afternoon game. Giants at the Cowboys. Just looking at it, I want to stop looking at it. This game, it just looks ugly. The Cowboys are at home; they're favored by 3.5. Chris, what do you think?
I don't want to look at this game either. I probably won't watch it if I'm being honest. This might be, you know what, family? I'm not going to watch football right now. I'm going to spend time with you because I'm taking under 37. I don't want any part of watching this game. I was excited for Tommy DeVito's comeback. Thought might bring some good vibes. Did not.
Yeah, it did
Turns
not.
out he's just not very good. So I don't really see either team putting up a whole lot of points. I know the Cowboys scored, what was it, 37 last week, but I think
34.
34. I think they scored almost all of those in the last like 5 minutes of that batshit crazy game. So not really counting on that to happen again. Give me under, like I said, I don't want to watch this game under 37. Sean, what do you think?
I really don't want to bet on this game. I don't know what to pick. I hate everything about this game. Everything. Um, I vowed to never bet on the Cowboys for the rest of the season. They haven't won at home. They've covered twice. So have the Giants. Cooper Rush versus Tommy DeVito. Yuck, dude. I mean,
That's a meeting of the minds right
this
there.
is a very background game. No one's really paying attention. People are arriving, food's being made, drinks are being drunk. I almost want to bet the under, but it's so damn low. Especially for a team. I mean, I know you just mentioned this, Chris, but they dropped 34. They almost covered this themselves last week.
Sure.
I don't know, man. Vibes, so my dad is happy at dinner. Cowboys minus 3.5. Pure vibes play. That's it. I know I vowed it, but got to keep the family happy on Thanksgiving. Can't go to Thanksgiving dinner angry. Cowboys minus 3.5.
I can respect that.
That's a very respectable
This
reason.
probably gonna lose.
I
Thanksgiving dinner is ruined.
I know what's going to happen. The Cowboys are going to lose, and you're going to tell your dad that you bet on the Cowboys, and he's like, "Well, why the hell did you do that?"
I don't even think I'll tell him, to be honest. I'll just be like, "Yay!" Like, good. If they score, I'm like, "Yay!" I've got CD on my fantasy team. Like,
Look, Dad, your team won. Yeah.
Yay!
yeah, keep the vibes up at Thanksgiving dinner. That's really the only play I have. I don't have any rhyme or reason other than that, but I hate that I'm going against my vow, but it's got to be Cowboys minus 3.5 here. Yeah, Will, what you got?
So I've got to be honest here. I really, really, really want to bet on the Giants. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna let myself do that. I'm with Chris. I'm on the under, and I'm stealing that idea. I'm not gonna watch. I might check in every now like on my phone or whatever, but I'm not gonna.
It's a background game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
For the past couple of years, I'm like, yo, we got to watch football, and my whole family except for my dad is like, no. Why would we watch football on Thanksgiving? What are you talking about?
That's the stupidest sentence I've ever heard.
Right. So I think I'll give them a win this Thanksgiving season.
Throw the fam a bone this year.
Yeah. And I will take that under.
However, if Jerry Jones does the funniest thing possible, this will become appointment television.
Gets in a fight with the Sun?
No, well, that's going to happen. It's Cowboys home game. But I meant sign Daniel Jones and start him at quarterback. If that happens, this is appointment television, and I am placing a very large wager on the Giants. That will not happen. It just won't. But if it does,
Because we don't live in a perfect world.
yeah. I mean, Jerry, what's all this money worth if you're not going to keep the people entertained?
I think he's got enough problems at QB.
I mean, Daniel Jones is better than Cooper Rush. He is.
Yeah.
The bar is incredibly low, but he is better.
Yeah.
He's not going to sign him, but if he does.
But if he did. That'd be
I'm
hilarious.
watching every second of this game, and like I said, I will be placing a large wager on the New York Giants or the Cowboys. Excuse me.
Okay.
Whoever Daniel Jones is playing for, I'm betting on them.
Hold on. I gotta look something up real quick.
Uh-oh.
I gotta look up Daniel Jones' record against the Cowboys, which is probably abysmal, but
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah,
probably
it's
awful.
terrible. I mean,
I think
can't.
he's like 1-9 against the Cowboys.
I was gonna say I can't remember a game they won.
I think the Cowboys, I'm pretty sure the Cowboys are going for their 7th straight victory against the Giants.
I believe that.
I think I
Yeah.
saw that on SportsCenter today. Oh,
mean-
God. Chris, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I hate that so much. Oh,
It would be hilarious.
It'd be pretty funny.
I don't even think it's that funny.
And Daniel Jones would be rested.
Daniel Jones, if Daniel Jones starts for the Cowboys, he will ball out. Guarantee it.
That'd be hilarious.
But you would bet on the Giants.
No, I
for
bet on the
Daniel.
Cowboys. I misspoke. I
Okay.
would bet a very large wager on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, gotcha.
But as of now, Cooper Rush is still the starting quarterback. So
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
it could happen. Probably won't. Anyway,
a boy
next
can
game.
dream.
a boy could dream. Next game, the night game for Thanksgiving, the Dolphins at the Packers. The Packers are 3.5-point favorites at home in Lambeau. Probably going to be ice cold in Wisconsin on Thanksgiving. The Packers last week creamed the 49ers. I bet that was an incredibly entertaining game for you to visit there, Chris.
I mean, I had the Packers team total, so I liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most entertaining football game I've ever seen, but I had a fantastic time.
That game was kind of sloppy, actually.
Oh, it was pretty. I mean, from a technical standpoint, it was not good, but
Yeah.
it was a good watch. I mean, one team scored 38 points. That's mildly entertaining at best. So,
Yeah.
but team total cashed. So
That's all that matters. Sean,
Yes,
what do you think about this game?
I'm gonna keep this one short. Packers rolling. At home, Thanksgiving night. No way they don't cover here. Packers -3. Couple stats to back this up. Packers are 1-8 against the spread in their last 9 games in Week 13, and 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 against the AFC. Go Pack, go! I guess. Never thought I'd say that. Because they're kind of like one of those teams that I kind of hate for no reason. Like I hate their success, I guess, even though they really, I don't know.
I mean, they go to the playoffs most of the time, and
they are
kind of
They're always relevant. It's
Yeah.
always they're always in the news. Like it's always Packer talk. Like
they're like the Steelers. They're just
Yeah,
they're always good at they are always good enough to be relevant.
Yeah. But yeah, Packers -3 is the play for me. Chris, what do you think?
You said it best. Go Pack, go. Everything you just said, plus it's going to be cold as hell. I think I heard the weather is going to be like 20 degrees.
I just looked it up. It's 25 at kickoff.
Yeah. Dolphins can't play in the cold. They just cannot. And I don't care what. I know Tua said he wants to kill the narrative. I'll believe it when I see it. They cannot play when there's just the slightest chill in the air. And it's going to be cold as shit. So Packers -3.5 all day. Will?
Want to kill the narrative. What
He
the
said
fuck
that
is
like that was he says like
That's
I'm looking
stupid.
forward to killing the narrative. It's like you're not. You're gonna get even if it wasn't cold as hell, I'd still bet the Packers. They're a better team.
You get a fucking concussion. That's the narrative.
Jeez.
That's the fucking narrative. What are you talking about?
Anyway,
Terrible
Will,
wager.
what do you take? Will, what do you take?
I'm taking the Packers. I mean, y'all took the words out of my mouth. Didn't you have to say them? I really don't have anything else to add. I mean, didn't like what was the score in the Dolphins game last week? I know they like killed the
34-7,
oh, okay.
34-10.
I thought I heard something that nothing. It's not relevant.
34-15.
15. Okay.
Uh,
15.
Yep, 15.
How'd they get 50? I assume
I don't know. I
two
didn't.
touchdowns
Nobody.
and
Nobody
15
in
points.
America watched it, so nobody really knows.
That's fair.
right. Okay. Well, that's the Thanksgiving games. Let's move on to the first game of the Sunday slate we're going to talk about here. I think it's a pretty good matchup. Steelers at the Bengals. The Bengals are favored by 3. Divisional matchup here. And you know what? I guess I'll go first here. I'm taking the Steelers. I think they're still figuring it out. Losing to the Browns was definitely not a part of their master plan here on Thursday Night Football. But I mean, I don't have exact stats to match to back this up, but I do have, you know, there are the many stats of Mike Tomlin as a dog
Yes.
and in a divisional game. So I will be taking Steelers +3. And I mean something's wrong with the Bengals. I don't know what they have to. I mean their defense is abysmal. It's they can score. I mean I was kind of scared of. I was thinking about taking the over in this game just because. I mean both offenses are kind of humming right now. At least the past few weeks. But I mean, like the AFC North is just there's something different about the AFC North. However, that Thursday night game did go over, and the Steelers did lose. That was not fun. But yeah, I'm taking the Steelers. Chris.
All right. You thought about taking the under? Or the over, excuse me. I am taking the over 47. The Bengals defense is just the worst. It's so bad. And their offense can score pretty much any number they want to. So, and the Steelers defense has not looked great like they look really good against the Ravens, yes, but against the Jameis led, like no offense to Jameis, against the Jameis led Browns, especially when the snow started falling, they were terrible. So,
Mhm.
I'm
That
taking.
sorry,
Oh, no, go ahead.
one quick here. That like little quick promo that Jameis ran like right before the game started.
He's the best.
It was electric. I'm not
God
like
damn.
He's just the best.
I mean, how can you not love that guy?
He
like
needs to
he
be.
said that, and I was like, I should have been on the
Yeah,
Browns.
I can't. I saw that. I was like, this bet is done.
Yeah, I was like, at least I have the under.
That game didn't even get entertaining until the snow. Like normally, when it's
Yeah.
like dumping snow, it's kind of a sloppy game, which it was sloppy. But nothing really fun started happening until the weather got terrible. It was
Mhm.
weird. But anyway,
Sorry.
you're fine. Over 47. Yeah, for Bengals defense is terrible. Steelers offense really good, or I don't say really good, pretty good. Bengals offense really good. I think this cruises over 47. Sean, what are you thinking?
The exact opposite.
All right.
Gonna go under here, fellas, under 47. I don't know. Bengals being favored here just doesn't sit right with me, and it doesn't sit right with the total for me. That's a rad ass line if I ever saw one. Bengals 1-4 at home. Don't know why they're favored. But anyways, the Bengals are 8-3 on the over, but I do like the Steelers D to get to Burrow. I think they can keep him contained and locked down, so to speak. Divisional matchup proved us right last week. At least for the ones that we bet on. Titans, Texans. But yeah, we're throwing it back to the first game we talked about with the over under. Last 10 matchups are 4, 5, and 1, and it is follows. Uh, over, under, over, under, over, under, push, under, over. Yeah, I'm just gonna blindly follow this trend again. If this is a push, I'll take it. If the push comes into effect here, I'll gladly take that. But under 47 and 47 here for me.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next game. The next game is probably the game of the week since the Cowboys aren't playing on Sunday. It's the Eagles at the Ravens. Both teams are kind of hot right now. They're both kind of really putting it together. It seems like everything is fine in Eagle land. It's just Saquon's running for like a billion yards a game, and the Ravens were able to outmatch the Chargers um, in that pretty good Monday night game. Um, the Ravens are home favorites by 3. Feels weird. Uh, I don't know if anyone should be favored in this game. I feel like this should be a pick 'em in my opinion. But I'm gonna throw it to Sean for his opinion first.
Yeah. Battle of the birds that can't look at each other. Look it up. Look at their logos. Whenever they face each other, they're facing the opposite side.
So now I don't have to
Don't
look.
know.
Isn't okay? This might be wrong, but I feel like I heard this somewhere. Isn't the Eagles logo the only logo that faces that direction?
That is true.
Okay,
Yes.
that's wild.
But no matter where or when they play each other, it is impossible for them to look at each other. So, but yes, Battle of the Birds. Gonna go over. Ravens over, baby. Um, they didn't do me wrong on Monday. They got that shit done, tried and true. Also just two explosive offenses just going at it. I love it. And I don't want to take a game away from the Packers or the Dolphins, but honestly, this should have been one of the Thursday night or the Thanksgiving games for prime time. This game's gonna rock. If this just wasn't a blind bet, I would take this all day, no matter what. So over 51 for me. Will, what you got?
I'm also on the over 50 and a half. I don't want to pick a side here, but I do think this game is going to rock. So I am taking the over 50 and a half. I mean, I I'm done betting in under when either of these teams play. So
How are you doing that?
well, I mean, depending on the anyway. But I mean, both teams are playing really well right now. The Ravens could not stop taking penalties on that Monday night game, which was pretty fortunate because it helped me cash the over on that Monday night game. Thank you, Ravens. And I mean, it's over 50 and a half. This is going to be a fantastic week. Hopefully. I really need a good week. Like really bad. Chris, what do you think?
Ravens -3. Lamar is what 23-1 against the NFC straight up.
Oh, yes.
So I feel comfortable that he can get a win and cover a small spread. Yeah, Ravens -3. Do you guys know who the one team or who that Lamar lost to in the NFC?
Is it the Panthers?
It is not the Panthers.
It's the Commanders.
It is not the Commanders.
Shit.
Is it the Bucks?
It is not the Bucks.
All right, who is it? I'm done.
It is
I'm digging this one.
It was, I don't remember what year it was, but it was the Daniel Jones led New York Football Giants. But hey, that boogeyman is gone now. So Lamar has free reign over the NFC. Nobody can stop him now. Daniel Jones is gone. So,
He's like Eli Manning to Tom Brady.
it's actually a pretty fair comparison, minus all the good things about Eli Manning.
Yeah. Or Nick Folk,
Yeah. But yeah, Ravens -3. I think they're honestly the best. I keep waiting for the Eagles to trip up just because I don't think Nick Sirianni is a good coach. So
They're just on it. They're just on
I
it right
know.
now.
I mean, they're a very good team. Don't get me
yeah.
wrong. It's not like I think they're frauds. I just think they gotta. Their coach is not good enough to keep it rolling for this long, and the Ravens are that good. So yeah, Ravens -3.
It's weird because like the Ravens have good coaching behind their really good players, but the Eagles have really good players behind mediocre coaching. So it's kind of
This is like a
it.
13-year-old stole a Ferrari. It's going to crash at some point.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it crash before, in the Super Bowl.
I
Like,
guess, yeah,
we've seen it crash before,
and
but
it definitely crashed last season.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
But I don't think the Eagles can make it like the long haul. But in the regular season, they're one of the best teams in the league.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
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 I think the Ravens are better.
All right. Next game, last game, Sunday Night Football, 49ers at Bills. Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Sing it,
Bills
Carrie.
home favorites by 7. By 7 points in Buffalo, probably going to be like minus 100 degrees.
Let's look it up.
And you know what, Chris? I'm gonna have you take it
All right.
first.
So right now we don't know if Brock Purdy is going to play or not. Working under the assumption that he will not, because it's Tuesday. We have not heard anything. If he does not play, it's Bills -7. I watched the 49ers without Purdy in person. They stink. He can't move the ball at all. I know they had other injuries, various things go wrong, but I mean, with Brandon Allen at quarterback, maybe we get a Josh Dobbs appearance. I don't know. But with Brandon Allen at quarterback, I can't place a wager on the San Francisco 49ers. So if Purdy does not play, it's Bills -7. If he does play, check the Twitter. I'll have something on it. Will, what do you think?
I agree. The Bills are humming right now. They're taking care of business. It's pretty cut and dry, honestly. And the Niners are beat up. It's like every season it's like the Niners either go to like the NFC Championship or they're just beat to hell. And you know what? That's, if you're going to suck, then suck a lot and then get a good pick. You get players like Nick Bosa after like going to the Super Bowl and then you're all injured and then now you're here. Now you're here. Well, not here, but you went to the Super Bowl last year. Anyway, it's Bills -7. Enough rambling. John, what do you think?
Yeah, I already put this one in. Bills -6.5. If Purdy decides to play, I might double down. This line will shift in favor of the 49ers if Brock Purdy will play. But Bills -6.5 all day for me. Bills are rolling, man. They're riding some kind of wave that we just can't even perceive or comprehend. Bills have won 4 of their last 5 by more than a touchdown, and their last 9 wins have been by a margin of 7 or more points. So give me the Bills all day with or without Brock Purdy.
All right.
All right. Line shouldn't move too much, but it definitely would if they say that he's coming. But
Yeah. Yep.
I would also agree whether with or without Brock Purdy. I think the Bills can handle this. But yeah. Okay, so that's the main slate of games. Moving on to our surefire double unit plays of the week. Surefire picks. All right, gentlemen, who wants to go first? Chris, you go first. I'm picking you.
Who wants to go first? Chris.
Sounds good. Well, I was the only one that actually won one of these things last week. So
Yes, you need to lead us. Yes.
All right, let's try it again. Um, it is the Houston Texans minus. Is it still 5? I have not.
I
looked
did
at
get it at 5.
5. Okay.
Oh, spoiler.
Okay. It is the Houston Texans minus 5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It being Tuesday, I have not had a ton of time to do research for this. So I was scrolling through the Trend Center app and I found this one, this little nugget. Let me pull it up. Come on. Okay. Oh, that was classy. Okay.
We're doing it live.
So, yes. So, God. Okay. So, when a road team or a road dog, when the spread is between 5.5 and 7.5, who lost their previous game, the favorite is 141, 87, and 11 against the spread, 8-2 in the last 10. The Texans need to get right game. They kind of look like ass the last couple weeks. The Jaguars are ass. They are awful. So the Texans, if they see a chance to kind of mollywop them, they're gonna put their foot on the gas. I mean, like most Jaguars games, this one could get pretty ugly. So I like the Texans to get a bounce back and take care of business, as they say. Um, so yeah, Texans minus 5. Will, what are you taking?
Okay. My pick is sponsored by the Trend Center. It's the Chargers -1 against the Falcons. I think that the Chargers really have it figured out. You know, they did lose against the Ravens on Monday Night Football, but the Ravens are one of the best teams in the league. And, you know, going into this season, it was like this is still going to be a rebuilding year for the Chargers, but I mean they're playing really, really well. And like I mean they were outmatched pretty much only by like talent in the Ravens game, you know, in my opinion. And I mean, I guess they could have won that game. A couple of things go either way, um, but I'm taking the Chargers -1 or whatever it's at now. Um, at the Falcons, I started to be kind of a little bit of a believer in the Falcons for a little bit, and now I'm not. They got their shit rocked by the Broncos. I'm like, all right, I'm out. I'm out on this team. But I do have a trend to, I think that was 2 weeks ago. Um, but I do have a trend, and the trend is called Road Favorites Stay Hungry. And there are a lot of parameters, and I'm not going to read them all because there's no way I can fit them all into one sentence in a cohesive sounding verbiage. But it's 123, 55, and 5, and 8-2 in the last 10. I'm taking the Chargers -1. And that's my surefire pick. And I'm loving this. I'm honestly loving this Chargers team. But yes, Christopher.
I'm just want to point. It is up to 2.5 right now.
Oh well.
Okay. Okay. Didn't know if that would affect anything. Just wondering.
I don't know. I'm taking it.
So no. Okay.
Yeah. So no.
Okay.
Did you get it? Have you put it in yet, or did you get it at 1?
No, I just saw it at 1. I haven't put it in yet.
Okay. Well, it's 2.5 right now, at least on a couple books.
Well, obviously, a lot of the subscribers over at Trend Center saw this pick, and they were like, "Yo, we got to get on this." So the line shifted.
Obviously.
So get on it.
Right. John?
Yeah, I got to get it back on track here. I got to go with a sure thing, and if it's a sure thing, it's a surefire. Eagles Ravens over 41 or 51, excuse me. I wish it was 41. Saquon and Derrick Henry going head to head, the two rushing leaders. You know, there's going to be some mean ass runs in this game. I also got a few stats for you guys. The last four meetings of the Eagles and the Ravens, the over is 4-0. Last stat comes from our friends at Trend Center. This is called a Harborough away over versus NFC, and is on a 3-game win streak and is 22-9 all time. It's pretty self-explanatory. If Harborough is away, bet the over against the NFC. But inject this bet into my veins. This Ravens overs have, I mean, if you haven't been keeping up with the show and you haven't been betting Ravens overs, you'd be down a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. Over 51, I don't care how high it is. Is this the highest total of the week?
I think so.
I think so. It usually is. And you know what? It usually wins. So, except for twice that it hasn't won. But we're 13 weeks into the season, so this is the last time you can get to it before the Ravens take their bye week, by the way.
Ooh.
I don't know if that affects anything, but
They haven't had their bye yet?
no, they have their bye week in week 14.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Because I have Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers in my fantasy team, and I haven't had to replace them at all. So, like,
That's
I was
wild.
like, when do I have to replace them? I was like, oh, next week. Cool.
I feel like, I mean, I have never played in the NFL, believe it or not. If I was I know, shocking. If I was a player, I feel like by week 14, I'd be like, let's just keep it going. Like,
yeah, you almost want to.
yeah, I feel like just stopping then would like, I don't know.
Well, would you rather do it? Would you rather do it this late or early as week 5?
I don't know.
Probably this late.
I mean, probably this late because week
Especially
5,
if you're good.
Week 5, you're probably not too banged up yet, if you're lucky. Week 14, everyone is banged up in some sort of way. So I guess.
Yeah, but the Ravens are the Ravens are moderately healthy. Like
nobody, knock on wood, don't want to wish death on anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they really have any big injury. I mean, none that come to mind right off the top of the bat. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. It still sucks.
Right. Of course. Okay. Is that it, Sean?
Yes, that is it.
All right. There's our surefire picks of the week. Double unit guaranteed not to lose. All right. What are our extra plays, gentlemen? Sean, what are your extra plays?
Well, I can't believe we didn't indulge in the Friday game on our show, but I'll talk about it. Chiefs Raiders over 42.5. I don't want to lay 13 on the Chiefs since Patty is just so bad at laying double-digit spreads. But I also don't want to take the Raiders since, like, unlike the Panthers, who are kind of trending upwards as of late, the Raiders are definitely trending towards the center of the earth. They are abysmal. No Minshew this week. Not that it makes a difference, but Aiden O'Connell coming in. I do love this over, though. I do love it. But, yes, Chris?
It might not be Aiden O'Connell.
Who the hell would it be?
Desmond Ridder.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn.
Does that affect?
No, I'll still take it.
Okay.
No, I'll still take it. I still like it.
All right.
Yeah.
What else?
What's your pick again? I completely missed that there was a Friday game.
Chiefs Raiders over 42.
Okay.
Yeah, this is I already hate this, but I'm going to stick with it because it's already locked in. I don't know how I did not see that Desmond Ritter might start, but
Yeah, Minshew.
I feel like they should go with O'Connell. I mean, like,
Well, I think he's just coming off of IR. Like, I think he just got cleared to practice. So I don't
oh,
know if he'll be
oh,
ready.
I
I
didn't
think he had
even
like
know he was hurt.
I think, yeah, because I think I have watched a total of 25 seconds of Raiders football this season, and it's just in various highlights.
I that's 25 seconds more than I've watched.
I think I've seen one snap of live gameplay.
Okay.
They haven't
Well,
played in primetime at all, have they? Like, they didn't play like a week 3 Thursday night game.
I feel like they played
I don't
an
know.
early primetime game.
I'm gonna look it up. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
All right. Well, funny enough, I both have both of your surefire picks on my card. Chargers -2.5 and Texans -5. Um, yeah,
Hey,
that the Chargers pick came from Trend Center and Texans -5. I did not see on Trend Center. But yeah, Texans just shit the bed last week. Bounce back week against a team who is obviously worse than the Titans. It's really not even close. Texans -5. And then I got the Rams Saints over 48.5. Both these teams, they're getting hot at the right time. I love this over. They're pretty evenly matched, if you ask me. Both teams have below average defenses as well. Uh, but as of late, they've shown that they can score. So give me that over. And then to round it off, Bucks Panthers over 46.5. I know we talked about divisional unders, but man, these teams have been electric on offense. The Panthers, like I said, they're trending upwards. They're showing life, at least. What they're going to do with it, I don't know. But on defense, you can't really make that same case. These two teams' defenses are Swiss cheese. This might be a shootout, and I love it. So over 46.5, Bucks Panthers. And that is my card. Will, what is the rest of your card?
rest of my card, I got two picks. First one, Rams -1 against the Saints. I think the Rams are a better team, truthfully, and they kind of have to pick up some wins here to try to stay competitive. I think it might be a little too late for the Saints. I also did not look that up to back up what I am saying. Uh, but the Rams -1 are also a part of the road favorites stay hungry trend that I mentioned with my surefire pick. So I'm rolling with the Rams -1 again. Uh, and then my last pick is Cardinals Vikings under 44.5. Sponsored by the Trend Center. I found this little nugget on the Trend Center app. Check this shit out. Kyler Murray away unders after an against the spread loss are 15-5. So I'm taking under 44.5 here. Cardinals at the Vikings. I think it's going to be really cold. I mean, even it's a dome. I guess that doesn't matter. Um,
Yeah, it's inside.
It'll be
Right.
cold walking from the bus to the locker room.
yeah. Ooh, burr.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
don't know how I'm
So
going to play in this.
how can anyone play in this? Um, but yes, Kyler Murray away unders after an against the spread loss, 15-5. So I'm taking the under on that. And that's my card. Chris, what is the rest of your card?
All right. I am stealing that Cardinals Vikings under. That stat was awesome. I love it. I am also in agreement with Sean on the
I'll add it.
what?
Sorry.
Oh.
No, we're good.
So I also agree with Sean on the Bucks Panthers over. For I already had it written down for every reason he said. Both offenses are good. Defenses suck. And then I will also be betting on the Black Friday game, and I'm going to do something that is probably very stupid.
Just
It is
this
the
isn't
Las
like
Vegas
last week.
Raiders.
No,
What?
don't do it.
It is the Las Vegas Raiders plus 13. I cannot bet almost 2 touchdowns with this Chiefs team. I just can't. It's gonna lose, but I've spent money on stupider things on Black Friday before. So it's right. I hate it. I hate it so much. But what if Desmond Ridder can keep this game within a touchdown? What if?
What if? Did the
We
door
were saying
shut too fast
this
for Desmond Ridder?
Who's to say? Probably
Who's
not.
to say?
But who's to say? We were thinking this almost this exact same thing last week with the Panthers. And
No, we were not. We were all gung ho about the Panthers. Like, they can cover this game.
They can do it.
They can
They
do
did
it.
God, I wanted them to win that game so bad.
I want to talk about that in a sec, but
Okay, we
continue.
will. Let me run through this. But this is not a bet on the Raiders. This is a bet against the Chiefs. I cannot believe in them to cover 2 touchdowns against air right now.
Wasn't
And
it
then-
like a year or two ago where it was like the head coach's like transition season and they like straight up beat him on
Oh, it
like
was
Black Friday or
Last year they beat them on
that last
Christmas.
year? Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
And they were also, I think they were 10-point dogs in that one. So
Yeah.
just saying.
Uh,
Maybe sprinkle a little money line. Let's see how Thanksgiving goes.
magic is real.
Yeah, the Raiders were
Okay.
11-point. The Raiders were 11-point dogs on Christmas Day.
Just saying.
Check the Twitter because I might change my pick.
All right. I love it. Raiders.
I
plus
gotta get the final card for who's starting at QB.
I
I
don't
think
care.
that's fair.
I don't care. It's honestly, I hope it's Ritter because maybe this line will keep going in the Raiders' direction. All right. Talking about another team that is trending upward. Our beloved Tennessee Titans. Plus 5.5 against the Washington Commanders. The Commanders suck right now.
Yeah, they've lost 3 in a row.
suck. They have lost 3 in a row. They've looked like shit doing it. The Titans, I know the record is bad. Really good at winning against the Texans. Have been playing for a terrible team. Have been playing well for their standards. I think they keep it within 5. And, yeah, I mean the Commanders they stink. They might not make the playoffs.
That might be an over.
I don't hate that either. If I'm 44.5.
That might be an over.
Right now it's
Kind of like
Titans,
that.
but yes,
Check the Twitter.
All right, next one. Seahawks Jets under 41.5. 2 good defenses, 2 very mid at best offenses. Can't say anything more. Another one. Colts Patriots under 42.5. I don't trust either team to score 20 points. I know the Colts or the Patriots defense is terrible right now, but I have no faith in the Colts offense or really in the Patriots offense. So under 42.5. And then last one, round it out. This is just vibes. I look at this and I feel like a lot of points are going to be scored. Rams Saints over 49. Both these teams feel like they like to run fast. They like to throw the deep ball. Over 49, strictly off vibes. Might add some more throughout the week. Like we said, it's Tuesday. Haven't had a whole lot of chance to do research, but that is the card for now.
I might bet the board this week. Like, I mean,
honestly,
y'all have both like.
The more I'm looking at like a lot of these games, I'm like, oh, I could bet that. I could bet this.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
I mean, I think I've bet every game except. I think I bet every game. Yes. Oh, I'm just going through. Yes. Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet it. Oh, okay. Only one I have it. Chargers money line against Falcons. Because that's the only bet. That's the only game I haven't bet yet.
all right. Well, shit.
All right.
I might bet the board too. So
I'm not betting the board.
Is every game.
I mean,
So,
y'all were talking about some stuff that I didn't have on my card, and I was like, that seems mighty tasty.
We will see how the rest of Feast Week goes because college basketball, I could have a lot of bullets in the clip come Sunday, could be empty. So we shall see. But
True that.
as of right now, yeah,
Yep.
that's what I've got.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Just accidentally bet the whole board.
Yeah, just yeah. Whoops.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Don't you hate it when you just love every bet on the board?
I did genuinely accidentally do it. I was like, I have a lot of bets. This is every game. Oh, except the Chargers. Okay, Chargers.
Hell yeah. Love it.
Okay, those are the games. Moving on. Now it's Panthers talk.
Okay. Look, we were watching the Titans-Texans game, and then they cut to the Chiefs-Panthers game with like 2 seconds left. Chiefs are lining up to kick. I do not know what happened before this, but the Panthers had a timeout to ice the kicker, and they just didn't do it. What kind of moronic, like, why wouldn't you just do it though?
I mean, wasn't it like a 30-yarder or something? Wasn't it like pretty much a chip shot?
Yeah, but this guy was a backup. It wasn't Buckner. Like it was.
I thought it was.
No, it wasn't. It was some fucker wearing the number 40. Like
I thought it was Bucker. That's why I was like, okay, whatever. He's automatic. But if it was some scrub, then I get what. I get it.
it's just like just getting it. Just try. Even if it was like, just try it. You got a timeout.
Yeah.
Who cares? If he misses it, great. If he doesn't, it's over. Just try it.
Who's their coach?
Shit.
Dave
Canales.
Canales, yeah.
Yeah, he was the Bucks OC last year.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought that was that was really the only thing I wanted to talk about, but like
Spencer Schrader.
Yeah,
that's the kicker. Sorry, I thought it was Butker. That's why I saw your message and I was like, I just thought I saw something that he was coming back this week, so I was like, oh, it's Butker from like 30. Like,
no, like I mean,
I get, but if it was,
I get that it was short range, and like it's kind of an automatic kick, like no matter who you got in there, like if it's a replacement or whatever, but like, dude, ice him.
Gotta try.
You gotta try. Like you just gave up. Like I think Canales was just like, oh, we covered. But like putting a half unit on Panthers money line, I was like, you should ice this kicker.
Yeah.
That was the fourth game he had played in this season, the second with the Chiefs. And as of right now, he is questionable with the right hamstring sprain. So if Butker can't come back, Chiefs might be in real trouble.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Check the Twitter on the Chiefs Raiders pit.
Raiders plus 13.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Panthers game, like, I think the Chiefs got up like 14-0, like real fast, if I'm not mistaken, and they were up on them for a significant amount in a large amount of time. And like I mean, like 3/4 of the way through the Titans game, I'm like, I'm just kind of like loosely paying attention to that game, and I'm like, this is dead, This is just my life now, just throwing money away. And then like they cut during to a commercial break or a in the studio break, and the Panthers have stormed back to tie the game up. And I was just like, hold the phone.
Stop the phone. Presses.
Yeah. Hold your horses, brother.
Buster.
Buster. I was like, yo, the Panthers can win this game. And they had a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
But they didn't. That's okay.
Yeah. I was I was trailing up to Wisconsin on Sunday. But yeah, I was following the score updates, and then Chiefs went up 20-6, like right before the half, and I was like, okay, this was fun. It was a fun bet to make with my friends, but it's probably dead. Whatever. And then Panthers come down in like less than 2 minutes, kick a field goal. I was like, okay, well, they are covering plus 11, or they're pushing plus 11 right now. So just I'll take a push. Just don't get outscored in the second half. And then, yeah, it's kind of like next thing I know, it's a tie game. But once I saw the Panthers tied it, but then I saw there was a minute and a half left, and I was like, oh, this game is over. The Chiefs are going to win because there's a minute and a half left, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs. And then, sure fucking enough, they won. But it was still a good bet to make with your buds. And God, I wish they had won that game.
Yeah, that would have completed.
Also,
Well,
Oh.
go ahead.
wait, I was gonna, are we done with this game? Because I want to talk about.
No, we're not.
Okay,
We're
keep
not
going.
done.
Keep going.
Okay. Well, I was going to say when I was watching the Texans game, actively rooting against the Titans, the score bug underneath it was showing all the scores. And first quarter, it was like, oh, Chiefs are up 10-3. And I was like, all right. And it was like, oh, Chiefs are up 10-6. And I was like, okay. And it was like, Chiefs are up, or it was like, I think it was like 10-9 actually. And then it was like, oh, Chiefs are
It
up.
was 13-6.
Yeah, 13-6.
I'm looking at the score summary right now.
Okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Because,
Dude, the scorecard during the game was like really fucking with me because like
They weren't
the
like
under
football
was
scores.
yeah.
It was
No.
it was 20-9, and I was like, this isn't a football. You're making me do real math instead of football math. I hate you.
Yeah, it was
How did
like
we get
it was 13-6, and I was like, all right, it's not looking good. And then it was like 20-6, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was 20-9, and I was like, okay. 2016, I was like, okay. It was like 27-16. I was like,
Not great.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. And then
Again.
27-19, and I was like, okay. 27-27, I was like, oh yeah. It was just a roller coaster of emotions, and I was just like, God, they can win this game. They could do this. They can win this fucking game. This would be the funniest thing in the fucking world if they won this game. And then I was like, ice the kicker. He kicks it. It's good. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That's why I was so mad. And I sent that text to the group chat, and I was just like, why the fuck didn't they ice this kicker? But
what a
yeah,
game.
that was, yeah. I mean, we're all sharp.
We are.
I mean, we're sharp as hell. I mean,
I think it was my idea.
I had it on my card before you said it, but
one of
But I said it.
you did say it. You said it first. If I had
Yeah.
gone before you, I would have said it first.
Well, we'll pick so it didn't happen. Unfortunately,
I
there's
had
video
it.
evidence.
I
of
had it
me
on. I have
saying
it on my
first.
notes on my computer.
Yeah, but
You can
I
come
said
look
it
at the
first.
timestamp of when I type this in.
yeah, but I kind of said it first.
Okay, whatever.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
one
Yeah,
of the
well, you
reasons
had a good day and I didn't, so
one of the reasons I bet this, other than us talking about it, I remember a couple weeks ago, I saw on Twitter someone took a screenshot. It was like the coming games, like Chiefs Panthers, and someone was like, "Oh, CBS is about to air a murder on live television," and then somebody quote tweeted and said, "This will be a one-score game," and I was like, "I'm going to bet the Panthers in that game. I don't know when it is, but I'm going to bet the Panthers in that game." And God, don't you love it?
I I do. I do love it, but I also wish they would have won.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
but
That's okay.
I knew they weren't going to win. Like the
It
entire
just
game.
came down so close that it was like they can fucking win this game.
If
Like,
this was a good team, the Chiefs would have won this game. But it was the
yeah,
fuck like, and if it had played out the exact same way, if it was the Ravens or fucking, which I think it did kind of play out similar to the Ravens game, but like the Chiefs win these games, they just do. It's bullshit. I think Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are both sold their soul to the devil, but they just, I knew the Panthers weren't going to win, so I was like, I just, please, for the love of God, give me a cover, and they did.
yeah,
And that,
Yep.
it was awesome.
yep.
Okay.
In other news, I saw that Will Levis is the only QB to be sacked 8 times and throw a pick six and win a game
Good for him.
since 2000.
I saw
He's a tough son of a bitch.
some
I
stat.
kind of hate it. Just like I'm like, motherfucker, you're not that good. Like you can't be that good. Like
I saw some stat. I forget what exactly it was. Will Levis is the only quarterback in history to have a QBR. I forget what it was exactly, but have like a certain high QBR over 3 straight games while also getting sacked 20 plus times combined in those 3 games. It was like
yeah.
he gets lit up every other play, but god damn it, he lets it rip. And that's
I also saw another thing where he has the highest QB rating from his draft class.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it is what it is.
over CJ and like,
Suck
you
a
know,
dick.
wild.
Yeah.
Just wild. Just a wild stat.
Yeah. Pretty
That's
wild.
the only reason this dude is still hanging around. I mean,
He's played well enough to start again next season.
yeah,
He has. You can't deny that.
I'm not. I don't like it, but I'm not gonna deny it.
I think.
fine.
I mean,
I'm fine.
I still am holding out hope. It's probably not going to happen. I'm still holding on to a little bit of hope that he could be. I mean, what else am I gonna? We're
Chris, I
not
don't
going to
know if it.
draft. We're
I
not
don't
going
know
to
if
draft
it.
anyone.
Yeah, I don't know if it came through on the group me. I don't think it did, but like you sent to the group chat, it was like, I think I'm back on Will Levis, and I just hit from my phone like reply, and as soon as you said that he threw that pick six,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like, you sure? Like,
Hey, say what you will. The man's a showman. He knows how to keep you entertained for 60 minutes. And if we're
Brett
going to
Favre
suck,
back there.
yeah, honestly, he lets that thing he slings it. But
yeah,
I mean, what? I mean, I don't have high hopes for us, so we might as well be entertaining.
yeah, I guess. All right, well,
Chris,
we'll
did
wrap
you have
this up.
something? Well, Chris, did you have something you wanted to say?
Well, I just wanted to talk about how that Bears ending was insane.
I don't know what happened. I just
Well,
know that my bet lost.
they came from behind and got an onside kick. And I know we're running low on time, so I'll just give the Cliff Notes version. They scored, got an onside kick, kicked field goal, went to overtime, caught the ball first. And I think it was three and went 3-and-out, punted. And then when I saw they punted in overtime, I was just watching the game cast sitting in Lambeau, and I was like, "Oh, this Vikings have the ball. Like
It's over.
They're just gonna march down and score." I was like, "This bet's cooked." They teased me. Those bastards teased me, and then I just kind of stopped paying attention. I was like, "This game, whatever." And I get the notification: the Vikings kicked field goal, win by 3. I was like, "Thank God!" It's like this that had no right to cover. But so yeah, that was ball bounced my way. It was one of those weeks. Fucking finally.
Yeah, hopefully I get one of those here soon. Before I end up on the street. Anyway,
Well, better this week because we're betting the board. It looks like.
you are betting the board. I'm not betting the board.
Come on, Will, do
I
it.
might
don't think
bet
I
the board.
can bet the board.
Do it.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Really helps our reach. Check out the Trend Center app in the bio. 15% off a premium membership using the code TFTM. The greatest tool for sports bettors on the planet, using numbers and science and history to their advantage to trend upwards with your bets. Analyze your favorite sports with your favorite trends, and away she goes. And then follow us on everything. Link is in the bio for the link tree. I don't think Bandit's going to have a Thursday night pick because there are 3 games, not just one. Yes, I think that's it. Yeah, follow us on everything. Like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate it. See you next week when it's not Thanksgiving. There's 3 of us. No less. Thanks so much. Wow. Woo!
All right.